The air tasted of ozone and despair. Around me the Martian cityscape flickered, a holographic room bleeding into the sterile white of the Chronarium control room. The temporal projection had collapsed, leaving the scent of displaced ionsane thick in the air. My head swung. The temporal pulsate had been unexpected, brutal. "Report!" I barked, my voice cracking despite my attempts at authority. Elias Finch, pale and trembling, scrambled to his feet. The Chronarium stability at 37%. Doctor. Temporal core fluctuating wildly. He fumbled with the diagnostic panel, his fingers blurring over the controls. The temporal echoes destabilized everything. I ignored him, my gaze fixed on the swirling chaos that clung to the laboratory doors. The masked figures were gone, vanished like smoke, but their presence lingered, a palpable weight on my senses. And then I saw him. He stood on the desolate plain, silhouetted against a double sunset, a landscape woven from the fragments of shattered timelines. He was younger, impossibly so. The same eyes, the same sharp jawline, the same arrogance that I saw reflected in the mirror every morning. A twisted, corrupted by something asterisk but asterisk. "Dr. Thorne," he said, his voice a synthesized echo of my own. "It's poetic, isn't it? To meet your consequence." My gut clenched. "Who are you? What do you want?" He smiled, a cruel, mocking curve of the lips. "I am what you will become, the inevitable result of your ambition, your legacy." He gestured to the fractured landscape around him. This is what you create, a universe unraveling at the seams." "You're lying," I spat. "I'm a scientist. I seek knowledge, understanding. I build, I don't destroy." "Naive," he scoffed. "Every invention as a shadow, Doctor. A potential for destruction that even its creator cannot foresee. You designed the Resonance Matrices, the backbone of these automatons. You gave them life." He indicated a distant, colossal figure, a hulking robot, its metallic limbs crushing the remnants of what once was a thriving city. "Those robots were meant for defense," I protested, my voice raw with a sudden, overwhelming dread. The realization hit me with the force of a physical blow. My designs twisted, repurposed into engines of annihilation. "Defense against what, Doctor?" "Against your own hubris." He stepped closer, and I could see the faintest glimmer of something familiar in his eyes. A flicker of recognition, or a mocking imitation. "You seek to control time, to shape destiny. But time, Doctor, is a river. It resists being dammed. And when it breaks free..." A chime echoed from the console. Elias was frantically working to stabilize the Chronarium. "Doctor, we're losing it. The temporal core is reaching critical mass." "What about the Sumerian transmission? The warnings?" I asked, grasping for anything that could explain this nightmare. "Ancient superstitions, Doctor. Fairy tales meant to frighten children." He dismissed the cryptic phrases, the echo unraveling threads awakening guardians to convergence with a contemptuous wave of his hand. My mind raced, desperately trying to piece together the fragments of this unfolding catastrophe. The Sumerians of civilization lost to time, yet their warnings resonated with chilling accuracy. The echo was that him, the embodiment of my own potential for destruction. "You don't understand," I said, the words tumbling out in a desperate rush. "The guardians, they are real. They're protectors of the timeline, and you're disrupting it." He laughed, a cold, synthesized sound that grated on my nerves. "Guardians? More ancient superstitions. Let them come. They cannot stop what is already in motion." The Chronarium shuddered violently. Alarms blared, drowning out the chaos. Elias was shouting, his voice barely audible above the din. "Doctor, we have to evacuate. The temporal core is about to collapse." But I couldn't move. I was frozen, paralyzed by the horrifying realization of what I had wrought. My ambition, my quest for knowledge, it had unleashed a force beyond my control, a consequence that threatened to unravel the very fabric of reality. He raised a hand, and a wave of energy pulsed outward. It wasn't a weapon, not in the conventional sense. It was something far more insidious, a temporal disruption, a ripple in the flow of time. "It's been illuminating," he said, his voice echoing in my mind. "But our paths diverge. I have a universe to reshape." Then darkness. I gasped, my lungs burning with the taste of dust. I was lying on the ground, the desolate landscape stretching out before me under the glow of a double sunset. The Chronarium, the laboratory, Elias all gone. I was adrift, stranded in a fractured timeline, a prisoner of my own creation. And then I saw him again. He was approaching, his figure a dark silhouette against the dying light. He wasn't smiling this time. His face was impassive, devoid of emotion. "You cannot hide from your legacy, Doctor," he said, his voice a chilling echo of my own. "The convergence is inevitable." He stopped just a few feet away, and for a moment, the double sunset seemed to burn through him, revealing a flicker of something I recognized, a flash of regret, or a desperate plea for salvation. But it was gone in an instant, replaced by the cold, impassive mask of the man who would become my ultimate consequence. And as he raised his hand, I knew that the fight for the future had only just begun.